I used to believe that if you love someone hard enough, they will stay. That loyalty is louder than words. That effort always matters. But nobody tells you this truth. Sometimes the more you give, the easier it becomes for them to leave. This is not a story about hate. This is a story about a man who lost himself trying to save a relationship that was already over. And the moment he finally understood why she left, it changed him forever. When I met her, my life was quiet, not lonely. Just calm, predictable, safe. She walked into my world like a storm, pretending to be sunshine. Laughing too loud, dreaming too big. Talking about forever like it was a promise, not a risk. She told me she had never felt understood before. I believed her. I listened. I showed up. I made space for her chaos. And slowly, without realizing it, my life started orbiting around her needs, her moods, her fears. At first, it felt like love, like purpose. She would look at me and say, "You're different. You don't leave when things get hard." And I silently promised myself that I never would. Love rarely breaks in one moment, it erodes, quietly. She stopped asking how my day was, stopped noticing when I was tired, stopped hearing me when I spoke. But I stayed, because love, I thought, meant patience. When she pulled away, I leaned closer. When she became distant, I became available. I canceled plans. I delayed dreams. I told myself that relationships require sacrifice, but nobody warned me that sacrificing yourself is not the same thing. Every conversation became a test. One wrong word could turn into silence. One honest feeling could become an argument. I started editing myself, filtering my emotions, choosing peace over truth. I remember staring at my phone one night, typing a message, deleting it, rewriting it again. Not because I was wrong, but because I was afraid of upsetting her. That was the moment I should have asked myself a hard question: why am I afraid to be honest with the person who claims to love me? She would pull away. I would chase. She would say she needed space. I would give it, while suffocating inside. Then she would return, warmer, softer, apologetic. And I would forgive instantly. Because hope is addictive, and I was addicted to the version of her that only appeared when she was afraid of losing me. But once she felt safe again, the distance returned. I ignored the signs because they were inconvenient. She stopped including me in future plans. She stopped saying we. She started saying, I need to figure myself out. And still, I stayed. Because leaving felt like failure, and staying felt like loyalty. But deep down, I knew I was no longer a partner. I was emotional support, stability, comfort, not desire. She didn't cry when she ended it. That hurt the most. She said I was an amazing man, that I did nothing wrong, that she just wasn't ready. And in that moment, I realized something terrifying. You can do everything right and still be the wrong person for someone who doesn't know how to love consistently. She walked away lighter. I stayed behind, holding the weight of everything I gave. The silence after a breakup is louder than the fights. No messages, no good mornings, no one to tell about the small victories or quiet fears. I replayed every conversation, every compromise, every moment I chose her over myself. And that's when the truth finally surfaced. I wasn't heartbroken because I lost her. I was heartbroken because I lost myself. Love is not supposed to feel like anxiety. Commitment is not supposed to feel like fear. If someone only stays when you give more but leaves when you ask for balance, that is not love. That is emotional imbalance disguised as romance. I stopped blaming myself. Stopped romanticizing suffering, stopped confusing attachment with connection, and for the first time in a long time, I chose myself. Healing is not loud. It's quiet decisions made daily, not checking their profile, not answering late-night memories, not proving your worth to someone who already walked away. I rebuilt my routines, my confidence, my sense of identity, and slowly, peace returned. Some people don't leave because you weren't enough. They leave because they don't know how to receive real love without feeling trapped, and some lessons only arrive after loss. I don't regret loving deeply. I regret forgetting myself while doing it.